It's Wrestling Hero Figs, Wrestlemania 37, Night 2, and they starting out with Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt. Initially, when I first heard this, I'm like, wait, they're starting out with this match? Isn't this more like main event? Because normally we could definitely say that for really any Fiend match, unless if you're talking about him getting squashed by Goldberg. And today, I'm not going to say we saw the return of that, but it was pretty damn close. Randy Orton over here, he picked up the win with an RKO. Now, it wasn't like some that happened like him being aware. Alexa Bliss, she had reappeared in this giant box and she just started peeing out of her face. And I know it sounds really strange, but all this water started dripping. It looked like black water. And then Randy Orton, that's where he capitalized. He turned around, got him with the RKO, picked him up with the 1-2-3. Is this like the burial ground right here for the Fiend? Like, what's going to develop? Like, how does the man come from this? Or how does he even justify being right here? And maybe she's waking out of the trance. That's probably the thing that could be happening. That's my only conclusion. But yes, Randy Orton ends up picking up the win right here. Women's tag team title match up next. Tamina, Snuka, and Natty, the odd pair. I'm going to call that out of the whole tournament that went down yesterday. The odd pair wanted to see if they could test the water with Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. Only thing is that even though we went up top, we tried doing the same finisher we got yesterday, it wasn't going to play out today because Shayna, she's like, hold on, I'm bringing back some of that UFC. I'm going to choke you out. You're going to tap out. Still, you're women's tag team champions. KO versus Sami Zayn, Logan Paul, special guest coming out in the ring. Now, there was no interference. We did get a clean fight and a very good one, man. Chemistry, history between these two, you can date back even going past 10 years, and that's why the deliverance of this match was as hot as it was, man. But still, Kevin Owens, he kept this piece. He's like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and sign you off on a good note, buddy. And you know what? He meant well at the end. But once it all ended, once Logan Paul finally ended up coming into the ring, he started cheering for KO, and he's like, what are you doing, man? I thought he was your buddy. Like, anybody that's been friends, you guys know friends, they just don't do that kind of stuff. But yes, Logan Paul ended up turning on him, and I'm not sure if it's going to develop into a future match between him and Paul, or KO teaming up and then having like a whole nother tag team bout. More of that, I'm sure, will follow, and definitely keep you posted on that. But yes, Kevin Owens ends up picking up the win. United States Championship match up next. We have Matt Riddle defending it against Sheamus, and he brought the heat, man. I told you guys in that action figure setup, there was going to be one man that was going to outdo the other when it came to those strong feet. And who was it? Sheamus. Now, there was some botches, and, we ain't going to get into it, but long story short, he ended up coming out of the drought, coming back, clocking him with this badass freaking bro kick. He was doing a backflip off the second rope. When he came back down, bam! Right across the face to crown a brand new United States Championship. No disqualifications. What do? Well, it's for the Intercontinental Championship. First thing that you do is get some outside help. Apollo Crews, he wasn't able to do it on his own. So what does he do? He recruits his own version of Omos. And I'm straight up being serious with you, man. Obviously, he didn't look like Omos, but guy was like 7 feet tall. I'm pretty sure it was the same dude from the guy from Underground Wrestling. Anyways, he came out, chokeslam Big E, right before he was about to close it out with the big ending, and brand new Intercontinental Champion Apollo Crews. Raw Women's title up next. Asuka defending it against Rhea Ripley, and Hero Fakes was right all along. Sometimes I tell you things and I think I'm just shooting the shit, but at the same time, we knew that this was going to end up happening. Asuka delivering, she was holding up, but at the end of the night, we got Rhea Ripley as the brand new Raw Women's Champion. Game time, the moment we were all waiting for. Triple threat match for the Universal Championship. Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns versus Edge, and an epic freaking match, dude. One of the greatest, I'm going to call it one of the greatest matches of WrestleMania history, man. All three of them bringing so much heat to the table. Daniel Bryan especially, man, really enjoyed those back-to-back flying headbutts and the dually spear going on at the same time, but it was the concerto, man. It was bringing back what Edge had started 10 years back, except there was no Christian on this end. So what'd they do? They had the chair in the middle of the ring. He got freaking nailed with it, and Roman Reigns, the man is just stacking bodies, dude. He says, I'm gonna stack you, boy. I'm gonna stack you. I'm not just pinning one, I'm pinning both of them. 1, 2, 3, and still the Paul Heyman Universal Champion, Roman Reigns. Look, as a WrestleMania as a whole, as the pay-per-view with the entirety of yesterday and today, great matches, man. Really dug this one. I knew this one was going to be really good. I would have preferred to see Edge, maybe even Bryan, to capture the title, but I don't see this storyline ending. Overall, I had a great time, and let me know what was your favorite match of the night, whether it was yesterday or today. What did you guys think of WrestleMania? Was the very first return back in a stadium well worth the wait? I don't know, man. That's what I want to hear. I want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one. Sure will, Paul Heyman, so how about them things?